parts of speech, and we're also able to expatiate, how to use nouns, the different types of nouns that we have, the always plural nouns, the mass nouns, uncountable nouns, among other types of nouns. So I've put together a few questions and a quiz to help us revise everything we have learned so far and to see which part you are yet to master, so that when we meet next, we can proceed to other topics that we have.
Okay.
So we have about 21 questions. So the first one says, choose the sentence that correctly uses the noun Caesars. So please look at the options, sir, and pick your answer.
Okay. The pair of scissors is on the table. The new scissors is very sharp. The scissors is bright. The scissors are very sharp. So I should choose the correct one for
Yes, sir.
my scissors is very sharp. This scissors. I'll go for D.
Okay, D. These scissors are very sharp. Very well. Now let's talk about the word scissors. What type of noun is the word scissors? Is it an always plural noun? Is it a mass noun? A singular noun?
It's plural, plural now.
Yes, it's always plural. So anytime we're using scissors, because of the last S there, it is always plural. So naturally, when we use always plural nouns, the verb that follows should also be plural. Remember when we talked about subject agreement?
Yes.
When the subject is singular, the verb is singular. When the subject is plural, the verb should be plural as well. So since scissors is plural, always plural, excuse me, we expect that the verb should be plural as well. And that is why are should follow is. But look at the first option where we have a pair of. What can you say about the determiner pair? That quantifier there, pair. What do you think about it?
It's talking about the two set of scissors, I think.
Okay. When we say pair, pair is usually used for something that comes in two.
Okay.
Like glove. Glove would come in two. If you go buy a glove and they give you just one, it's useless.
Yes.
The pair is usually two things that are the same. Another is shoes now. When you go buy, exactly. When you buy a pair of shoes, it's two. A pair of earrings, they come in two. A pair of glasses, they come in two. So when we now say a pair of something, it is telling you that that thing comes in two.
Yes.
A pair of socks, etc. See, a pair of scissors is absolutely correct. When we say a pair of scissors, that is because scissors also comes in pair.
Yes.
The first part and the second part. Now, why this sentence is not correct is because of the S, the IS that we have there.
Yes,
a pair of scissors is, so very well. So let's go to the next question. Okay. So this also says, which sentence correctly uses the mass noun information?
Okay. Can you give me some valuable information? And then informations about the flight, the informations you provided were very helpful. Many informations are available online. And it's an information about the flight. Will you give me some valuable? So I think I can go for A is correct.
Okay. Could you
And
give?
B,
Okay, I need an information about the flight. Okay. So let's
yeah.
start with, you're correct. So let's start with the word mass noun. Can you remember what mass noun means?
Must not. I think must not. No, 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 no. I
Okay, let
cannot.
me help you. So mass noun is another name for uncountable nouns.
Okay.
Uncountable noun is familiar, nouns that we
Yes, yes.
cannot count.
I'm
And
count.
for any noun that we cannot count,
Like me, I never heard of must.
mass, right? It's another name. It's like synonymous to uncountable noun. So in some textbooks, instead of writing uncountable noun, they would write mass noun.
Okay.
Well, countable noun is more common,
Yes.
especially in basic learnings. Okay, so when we use mass nouns or uncountable nouns, we should never use articles a or an. There are two types of articles in English. We
Okay.
have definite articles and indefinite articles.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Yes.
so we can use the definite article the with mass nouns. The information you provided, the accommodation is available. The water is in the bucket. We can use the with these nouns that we can't count. But
Exactly.
the indefinite articles a and an, we can't use any of these two articles with mass noun. So that is why B is incorrect. I should not say I need an information. I need information without article an. I need
Yes.
about the flight, or I need a piece of information about the flight. I need some detailed information about the flight. So we can use quantifier like some
Some.
with,
With
we can say,
information.
we can say some information. She shared some information with me without S at the end of information.
Mm.
She shared some information with me. I got some information on social media. Some is correct. Further information is correct. More information is correct.
Yes.
Is correct.
But what
Conf-
about many information without S are available online?
okay. Now let's talk about the word many and much.
Okay.
How do we use these two words? Many. Now, many is a word that shows how much something is, and
Mm.
it is usually used with plural nouns. So I can say, I need more papers. Many, excuse me, I need many papers. I have many children,
Yes.
etc. Now, excuse me. So many is strictly used with countable nouns,
Oh,
nouns that you can count.
yes.
So there are many people at the bus stop this morning. She made many mistakes in the
Okay. Yes.
essay. Use many for things that we can count. Why much is used for uncountable nouns. So the difference between many and much, they are talking about the same thing. They are both determiners. They're both telling you how many or how much you have. They're
Mm.
both referring to amount of something. However, their usage differs. Many is used for things that you can count, countable nouns. Why
Yeah.
much is used for things that you cannot count. So I would say there is much water in the compound. I would say she loves, there is much traffic on the road today that I had to spend an hour.
Mm.
Much traffic. We can't count traffic.
It's true. Yeah.
Much for things that we cannot count. However, when we talk about information, much is not advisable to be used.
Okay.
However, you should not use, excuse me, many as well. Don't use many as well. But then, if you're talking about other words, if that word is countable, use many. If it's not countable, use much.
Much. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome, sir. So let's go to the next
Yes.
question. So it says, the news about the election results dash quite surprising.
Okay, the news about the election result was quite surprising. Have been where was I'll go for A. Was quite surprising.
Okay. The news about the election results was quite surprising. So let's talk about the subject. Can you identify the subject in this sentence?
Subject. I think the subject is the news.
Is what?
News.
News. Yes, the news is the subject.
Yes.
So the verb, now the news now, it is a singular noun. So the
Yes.
verb should also be singular, which makes it was.
Was. Okay.
Great. So the next one, which of the following nouns has the same form for both singular and plural?
Okay. Oh, D.
Sir,
D.
excuse me,
D.
please.
Okay. I think the right answer here is D. Mouse.
D.
Mouse.
Ah, it's wrong. You must have heard the word mice before.
Yes.
So mice, mouse, just like we have lice, lows.
Okay.
Yes. When we talk about this, it's talking about words that their singular and their plural are the same, just like the word sheep. Sheep remains sheep, whether you're talking about the singular or the plural.
Yes.
Another is fish. So the answer is series. Series.
Okay.
For example, a noun, criterion. We have criteria. Criterion is singular. Criteria is plural.
It's
We
plural.
have foot, then we have feet.
It's
We
two.
have mouse and we have mice. However, for series, whether it's singular or plural, series remains series.
Yes.
So let's go to the next question. My favorite pair of trousers dash gotten a tear in the knee.
Okay. Yeah, false. Has. Has gotten a tear in the knee.
Okay. Okay. Great, great, great. Now take note of the word gotten here. The word gotten. Take note that gotten, we have the simple form got.
Yes.
The past and past participle for British remains got. Why for American, the past and past participle changes to gotten.
Gotten. Okay.
So if the sentence read, my favorite pair of trousers has got a tear in the knee, that's correct as well.
Yes.
That is British English. Why Americans we go gotten.
Gotten.
Have you
Yes.
got the money I sent yesterday? Have you gotten the money I sent yesterday? Both are correct. One is
Okay.
British, the other is American. I just thought to emphasize that in case
Okay.
you see that
Understand.
where you hear someone use it. Okay, the next one says economics dash a complex subject, especially microeconomics.
Economics is. It's A. D.
Okay. D. Absolutely correct. We have talked about this already. Just like we had the word news.
Yes.
So because it's singular, the next word should be singular. The next one said, a large herd of deer dash spotted near the forest edge.
A
Large herd of deer. That's the subject.
spotted near the forest edge. Well, the correct answer is D.
Okay. Large herd. I knew you were going to find that place kind of technical. That was what I emphasized. Now, the
Okay.
subject, of course, is large herd. Large there is quantifying, or should I
But
say this?
I choose D because I noticed that the sentence is talking about the past tense.
It's talking about the past tense, okay? Yes, spotted, past
Spotted.
tense. Now, was is past tense. Where, past tense. Was is singular past. Where, plural past.
Yes, plural past. Yeah.
So the reason why it is not correct is not because it's past or present, but it's because it's singular.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Herd. So in this, let's go back to the sentence. A large herd of deer. Herd there already shows collective noun.
Yes.
It shows that we are seeing all the deer there. Deer is also one of those words that you should never add s to. Whether it's singular or plural, it remains deer.
Yes.
I say a deer means one. If I say the deer, it means more.
More.
But then if I now say a herd of deer, herd there shows that there are more of them.
Yes, many.
Maybe 20, 50. But because I use the word herd, it shows that I have collectively put them together.
Yes.
So collective now helps refer to a lot of things or a lot of people as one, just like when we use the word audience. The word audience can be used for 1,000 people in a hall. The word congregation can be used for 200 worshippers in a room. Or the word choir. A choir makes up different people, the drummer, the pianist, the singer, but all of them are referred to as one. Let's talk about Nigerian police. There are over 50,000 Nigerian policemen and women in Nigeria. But the moment you say police, you're referring to all the 50,000 of them as one entity.
Yes.
That they are singular. Collective noun is singular. You're referring to a lot of things as just one.
Just
Nigerian, let's say Nigerian. Nigeria is not just one thing.
Like family now, if you want to say
exactly
family.
like family. Here
Yes.
now, a large herd of deer. We have collectively put all the deer there as just one. So it makes it singular. So it means that the verb should be singular, whether it is past tense or present tense. So that is why we should go for was.
And the singular verb here should be where?
Was.
Was. Okay, was.
Yes, was is singular. Where is plural. So I would say that she was sleeping.
Okay.
They were sleeping. She was, one person was.
Okay.
The diction queen was learning when I came yesterday. The diction queen and her baby were learning. We are now more than one. So was referring to where. So was is singular, where is plural. They are both in their past form.
But if you say the family, you must say the family was
okay, learning. Yes. So if you're qualifying the family as one, family was, should I say, praying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Family was praying when you called. But if you're trying to say that, okay, the family is now plural, and you're saying we were praying when you called. Sorry,
Yes.
my husband and I were praying when you called. Or the family was praying when you called. Both are correct. We're referring to the same thing.
Okay.
Shall we proceed?
Yes. You can proceed.
So this says, which of the following sentences correctly uses the noun luggage?
Luggage.
Please, luggage.
The airline lost a luggage of mine. I have many luggage to check in. All my luggage was damaged during transit. This luggage are too heavy. And I lost a luggage. I have many. I think here the correct answer is C.
Okay.
You see the right
Absolutely correct. Yes. So luggage is another example of an uncountable noun, a mass noun. Whether
yes.
you have 55 bags or 20 of them, if you're using the word luggage or you're using the word baggage,
Yes.
never add S. So at the airport or at the train station, please pass your luggage for check-in. So it's not luggages or baggages. But if you're saying pass your bags, if I'm using bag now, let's assume I have 3 bags and I want to use bag, I need to add the S. But if I'm using luggage or baggage, it should be without the S.
But why are we not why option A is not correct? I just want
Okay. The airline lost a luggage of mine. Luggage, uncountable. You cannot use indefinite articles, remember.
okay, yes,
So
yes,
that
yes.
a luggage there, the A there is making it grammatically wrong. So the
Okay.
airline lost a piece of luggage of mine. It becomes better. A piece of luggage of mine. The airline lost some luggage of mine. Some is also correct, but don't add S. Some luggage of mine.
Okay.
Airline lost 3 pieces of luggage of mine. But we can't say a luggage because you can't count it. So
Yes.
to qualify it, to let the person you're talking to understand how much you're talking about, you can use measurement. The airline lost 10 kg luggage of mine. Or you use quantifiers rather. Something to quantify it. A piece of luggage of mine. Do you understand it?
Yes, I understand.
Yes, sir. So the next one. Mathematics dash considered a universal language.
Is B yeah. I think the correct option is A.
Okay, correct. Excuse me, please.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, yes, A. Mathematics. The word is always spelled with the S after it.
Yes.
So even though there is the S, it doesn't mean it's plural. It's just like the word news. It is
Yes.
singular, even with the S. So it would normally take a singular verb. So the next, the new species of fish dash discovered in the sea, in the deep sea.
Any species of fish was were discovered in the new species fish was either A or B.
Hey, I want you to pick one.
Either A or B is the correct answer, but let me go for A. A.
Okay. The new species of fish. Now let's talk about fish now.
I
Fish.
say I say A. Is it A?
Yes, I chose A. Is wrong.
Okay, A is wrong.
Picked an A. So it's wrong.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to explain it now. So when we
Okay.
talk about the word fish, singular fish. Plural, there are two types of plural. We can have fish, we can have fishes.
Yes.
So pay attention to that. Now, in English, when you're talking about different species of fish, so let's say in my refrigerator, I have Titus fish, I have croaker fish, I have cote fish, let's assume I have those two type of fish in my fridge. And I want to refer to all of them. It means I have different species.
Yes, of
The word
fish.
I would use would be fishes. So the sentence will be the different species of fishes. Fish here in its
Yes.
plural form, I would have to add es to it. It becomes fishes. Why? Because I'm talking about different types of fishes.
Yes.
If I'm talking about just one type, the plural of fish would remain fish. Let me take it again. When we talk about the plural of fish, there are two ways we can write the plural of fish. We
Okay.
can write it as fish, we can write it as fishes.
Yes.
So if we write it as fish, it means that it is just one type of fish. Maybe only Titus. Let's assume I have 50 Titus fish in my fridge. 50 of them. They are all Titus, or they are all croaker, or they are all catfish.
Okay.
So I will not
But the
add
number,
es.
the number is 50 of the
50
same.
of the same type. So I
Yes.
will not add s to fish. It will
Okay.
remain fish.
Okay.
But if I have 50 different types of fishes, let's assume I have 10 Titus, I have 10 croaker, I have 10 electric fish, I have 10 snake fish, I have 10 catfish. All of these come together to make 50.
Yes.
I will not add es to fish. It will become fishes.
I understand now.
Now let's get back to the question. The word species. That word can be singular. It can also be plural.
Yes.
So what tells you whether you should use a plural noun or singular noun is that word fish now? Because there is no es here, it means that it is one type of fish I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes. I now
Right?
understand.
You now understand. So
Yes.
which means that in this sentence, species is acting as singular because I'm talking about one type of fish. So the verb that should follow should be singular.
Yes. Understand.
Very well. So let's move to the next. All the furniture in the antique shop dash very expensive.
All the furniture very expensive. It's very very expensive. It's all the furniture. Furniture here is this the furniture here means is uncountable now, Abby.
Furniture you can count.
You can count
Uncountable now.
it.
Yes.
All the furnitures in the antelope shop is very expensive. Is it A or B?
I want you to pick your answer. Take notes, furniture, uncountable. You can count it. So what kind of verb do we use with uncountable nouns? Do we treat them as singular or plural? If we're treating it as singular or as plural, the verb would also be singular. If we're treating it as singular, the verb will be plural if we're treating it as plural.
Okay, I think we treat it as singular. Singular.
Okay, so if you're treating it as singular, so what will your answer be?
Okay, the correct answer should be A.
Okay, you're correct.
Yes.
So what you need to take note of, we have talked about all plural nouns. All plural nouns, they're always plural. So the verb that would follow would always be plural.
Mm.
We have mass nouns. An example of mass noun is furniture, also called
Furniture.
uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, they would always be seen as singular as well. So they would always follow singular verb.
Okay.
Then we now have those verbs, those nouns that would always end with S, like news.
Mm.
These ones are also being seen as singular, so would always add singular verb.
Okay.
Then we have collective nouns. Collective nouns are also treated as singular, so they would always have singular verb as well.
Okay.
So the
Thank you.
first thing is to look at the noun that you have. What kind of noun is it? Which of these does it fall into? Want to identify it. Okay, so how do I treat it? Should it be treated as singular or plural? So that helps you determine the verb. If it's treated as singular, the verb automatically becomes singular. If it's
Yes.
treated as plural, the verb automatically becomes plural. Now, next sentence. Which sentence correctly uses billiard correctly? Billiard.
Yeah, billiard. I never even had the word billiard before.
Okay. Billiard is a game for two people. It is a game for two people. It is played with long sticks.
Okay.
Let's try to get the image. The first time I heard about billiard was years ago when I was teaching. I think it was year 3 or year 5 class. So it was in their textbook. I didn't know what that was as well. The spelling is wrong. I didn't know what that was as well. It was one of the children that told
Okay.
me. It's a game. It's played with sticks.
Billiard.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's
Is it
like
snooker?
snooker. No, it's
Okay,
different from
snooker.
snooker, but it's something like that. It's
Okay.
something like snooker. So this is billiard. Okay, so let's get back to the class.
Okay.
Okay.
He enjoys playing the billiard more. Billiard is a popular game in the pubs. Billiards are a popular game. These billiards are very old. He enjoys playing. Billiard is a popular game. Billiards are a popular game. This one, I don't even know which one.
Okay. So while
Because
you're
I
trying
don't
to
have.
find your answer, I quickly researched the difference between billiard and snooker. Billiard has
Okay.
just 3 balls, or like
Okay.
snookers that have, I think, more balls.
Okay. Just
Yes,
three.
the difference between billiard and snooker. Billiard has 3 balls with long sticks, 2 long sticks. Why snookers have more balls?
But this word with PUBS, that is proofs, Abi?
Pub,
Puff.
P-U-B-S.
What is the meaning
P-U-B-S
of
is,
this
is
word?
pronounced pubs. A pub is a
Puff.
public house. A public house where they
Okay.
go to drink.
It's a popular game in the
No, it's
pubs.
not a game. Pub is a place where
Oh,
people go to drink alcohol or other drinks, just like a bar. Pub is, I think pub is British English. Why Juke is North American.
oh,
Juke, North American. Those places we call bars in Nigeria, where people go to sit down,
mm,
drink. They are called pubs in British English, and they are called
okay.
Juke in North American.
Okay. I see maybe it's just short term for public. Public.
No, it's not a short term. It's a word on its own. Pub.
Okay.
Yes, it's a word on its own. Oh, okay. So back to this.
Okay,
Which
the correct answer here is B.
B? Okay. Billiard is a popular game in pubs. Correct. So billiard is an uncountable noun.
Yes. That's why I choose
Very well.
singular verb.
Yes. So the reason why we can't pick one, A, is because of the A, billiard.
Yes, a
We can't
billion.
use indefinite article A. The
Yes,
second, the C, they use the plural verb are.
yes.
And D, they said these billiards. Uncountable. So we can use these. We can use, I'm trying to remember the kind of word that is. Is it a relative pronoun? Can't remember
These
right now.
billiards are very old.
Yes, we can use that THES
Mhm.
with it. So B is the correct answer. Number 13. A flock of sheep dash grazing in the meadow.
A cloth of shoe. Okay. Dash dash grazing in the middle.
Meadow. I tried to pronounce meadow.
Meadow. What is the meaning of this meadow? Meadow.
A meadow is like a garden, like
Okay.
how do I put it? A field. Yes, that's the correct word. A field that is covered with grass.
Okay.
So it is mainly used for hay. It is mainly used for animals for feeding.
Okay.
So in a, let's say, a farm yard, they would have a particular area where they grow grass, mainly for the animals to go eat.
Mm.
Yes, so such place called meadow.
So this one, I think the correct answer should be either C or D.
A flock of sheep. Pay attention to that part. Flock of sheep. It is acting as a collective noun, remember.
Okay,
Just like
collect.
we saw herd of deer earlier.
Okay,
Flock of
so
sheep.
in this case, the correct answer is B.
Okay, a flock of sheep is grazing in the meadow. Very well.
Yes.
The next question. The police dash investigating the recent theft. The police dash investigating the
Police,
recent theft.
police. The police here is a collective now, is a mass now.
Yes, collective noun is different from mass noun. Mass noun is an uncountable nouns.
Okay, uncountable, yes.
Yes, while collective nouns doesn't mean we can't count them, but we just decided
Uh,
to put all of them together or refer to all of them as one.
mm,
Not necessarily because we can't count them.
police is okay. The correct answer here is the police is investigating the recent thief.
Okay, recent theft.
Theft.
Now the answer here is R.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
collective noun. Police,
Mm,
collective noun. The police are investigating. Collective noun.
okay. It's not one person.
It's not one person.
It's not
So
one person.
one person cannot investigate a matter.
Yes, yes,
Rather,
yes.
you refer it to the police as a company, then they can then assign about three people, maybe the ASP,
Mm,
then their other subordinates. They will be the one to work on the field. And sometimes when it becomes more critical, the ASP might even join them on the field.
it's
Apart from
true.
that, all the feedback goes back to the superior. So they
Yes.
are all working collectively. So in the sentence, we're referring to them using a collective noun.
Mm.
Is it clear, sir?
Hmm?
Is it clear?
Yes, yes, very clear. I understand.
The next one. Which of the following is a mass noun that refers to a collective group of items but is treated as singular?
Hmm.
Mass
Uh,
noun, something you cannot count.
that is uncountable noun
Yes, uncountable nouns.
that refers to a collective groups of items
Yes,
and is treated as singular.
yes.
Mm-mm. Savings, savings. Savings. Research. Savings.
Okay. Why didn't you go for content? I thought you were actually going to go for content. Why?
I just feel like savings is the correct answer. That's why I didn't go for content.
Okay. Savings. We have the noun saving.
Okay.
Like we have normal word saving.
But maybe the reason why I choose this savings is because sometimes if you want to transfer money to, or maybe you want to uh do POS or something like that, they will ask you whether the account is savings. They always add that is to the name.
Yes, that is when you're talking about money that you have saved, especially in the bank. I was going to explain that.
Okay.
Normally, when you're talking about an amount of something, you say saving. When
Okay.
you're talking about amount of something, saving without the S. So, for example, buy three books and make a saving of 15 naira. Make a
Okay.
saving of 15 naira. You're talking about the amount, saving of 15 naira. Now, when you're talking about money that you have saved in the bank, you then put S. For example, she spent her entire life savings to
Okay.
furnish the house.
Yes.
All the money she had saved in the bank.
All the savings.
Yes, yes. So it has two types. So that's what I'm trying to explain. Now, the reason why content is also wrong, the word content, it also has two forms. You can have content without the S, and you can have content with the S. Now, content with the S talks about the different sections that are contained in a book. For example, a table of contents, you would add
Yes.
S. Contents page would add SD.
Mm.
But when we're talking about the subject matter of a book or the subject matter of a program, it is an uncountable noun. We should never add S to it. So, for example, I could have a sentence like, the content of the course is strictly English grammar. The content of the course is strictly English grammar. In that sentence, the content used there is an uncountable noun. It should never take S.
It's true. Yes.
Now, the word cattle has a noun, a singular, and it has its plural. So cattle is not a mass noun.
Okay.
Now, the word research is also a mass noun. But pay attention to the question. It says, which of the following is a mass noun? So content can be a mass noun. Research can be a mass noun. These two words are mass noun. But the
Yes.
question, which of the following is a mass noun that refers to a collective group of items? What research as a noun? It means a careful study of a subject that discover new facts or information about something.
Yes.
Times when you go
I
through a
see.
research, you would not just find one thing.
Yes.
Ever, all the things you have found will be referred to as one.
Yes. As research.
Exactly, a
Even
singular.
though, even though you find out many different
Exactly.
information, but at the end they'll still call it research.
Everything. So
Everything.
research is the appropriate word here.
Yes.
The next one, the series of lectures dash very informative.
Very informative lectures. 3 years of lectures. Very informative. Where was this the series of lectures? Lectures is plural verb. Is this singular
Yes,
or
there
plural?
is there. Because
Hmm?
they are, pay attention to the word series. Series can be plural and it can be singular. Then
Yes.
pay attention to the word lecture. They added S to it. So which means
Lectures is plural.
so
Plural.
yes.
Plural now.
Yes.
Okay. Ah, where was either A or B. The series of lectures are
Okay,
there.
A is plural, B is plural as well. The difference is A is present, B is past. So which one do you want
Yes.
to go for?
So that
Excuse
is
me.
that is that is my confusion here because from the sentence I don't know whether it is present tense or past tense. The
The
series of
series of
lectures.
lectures, dash very informative. For you to know that it is informative, it means you have gone through that lecture. You have
Yes.
attended the lecture.
Okay. We are very informative.
Okay, we're very informative.
What?
So let me explain
How
it.
how come?
Let me
Okay.
explain it.
Okay.
Series here can be singular and it can be plural, like I said.
Yes.
It means that, what is the meaning of series first? I hope you know that series refers to single set of something.
Yes, yes, that is series.
So it means
Like,
that they will still have another one
yes,
set of something. Now there is S after lectures, which makes it plural. So the subject is plural. This
yes.
subject is plural. So the verb must be plural. So I am the one wrong. You are correct. The answer is where. I was
Oh,
wrong when I was programming this. So the answer is where. The series of lectures were very informative.
okay.
So the next one, which sentence correctly uses the noun advise?
Advice.
Yes.
I need much advice on this matter. He gave me a good advice. I received several advices from my mentor. His advice was invaluable. Was I need much advice on this? No, he gave me a good advice. No, I received several advice. I think the correct answer here is D.
His advice was invaluable. I hope you know that invaluable is the same as valuable.
Yes, yes, I know.
So yes, you're correct. Advice, an uncountable noun.
Yes.
Yes.
You can add
You
S
can
to
add, you can
advice.
add S to it.
And you can use much
Yes.
or many advice. You can
Oh,
do.
you can't say many advice.
We had lesson on this. That is our last lesson on this
Yes, that was
advice.
our last lesson. You're
Mhm.
correct. So the next says,
Okay, the headmasters of the company dash dash located in London. In London, the headmasters,
the headquarters of the company
the
dash.
headquarters of the company dash located in London.
Yes.
Headquarters of the company is located. Where located are located. Headquarters is singular now of the company. It's located. That is B.
Okay. Headquarters is actually an uncountable noun. It's not singular. It's an
Okay,
uncountable noun. And it can be used with both singular or plural verbs.
Okay.
Yes, some textbooks allow you to say the headquarters of the company are located in London. Why
Okay.
some also allows you to say the headquarters of the company is located in London. So headquarters can use both, is an uncountable noun, and it can
Okay.
accept both singular verb or plural verb. It depends.
Okay. Understand.
The total contents of the package dash damaged in transit.
The total content of the package damage in the transit. Where was damage? This damage was where? The total content. This total content means all the items in the package.
Yes, total.
All of them terms as one.
Note the S after content. I mentioned earlier that content, you can have it without S, you can have it with S. So when you have
Yes.
content with S, plural, is always spelled with S when you mean that the things that are contained in something
Okay.
always be with plural. So when you have things that are contained in something, we call it as contents. The contents of the carton
Total
always
con
take S. It's a plural word.
Okay. The correct answer here is the total content of the package was damaged in transit.
You are going for was.
Yes.
I just mentioned that content is a plural word.
Okay.
Also take a plural verb.
I don't know
You
what is wrong with you.
always it's normal. Maybe what I would do is I'll create something like this, send you the link. You can play around it yourself.
Okay.
Once we're done, I'll work on something like this, then I would send you the link. You can just play
Oh,
around it yourself. So if there's anyone that is not self-explanatory, you can take screenshots and send it to me.
okay. All right.
Yes, please. So content, like I said, it's always plural. When it means all the things that are contained in something, it's always plural. And we have established earlier that
Mm,
when you have a plural subject, you should take a plural verb. When you have a singular subject, you should take a singular verb as well.
it's true. Yes.
I think we've done this already. Many species of fish dash found in this lake.
Many species of fish are was found. Many species. This thing is getting more tricky or difficult. I don't know.
I decided to make it challenging.
The first one are more easier. The first five.
Yeah.
Okay. Many species of fish dash dash found in this lake. Found. This found, were found, was found, is found in this lake. Species of fish. Uh, Let me go for B. Many species of fish are found in this lake.
Okay.
That's B.
Many. Many there already
Mhm.
shows plural.
Yes.
Earlier we said that species can be singular or plural, but now we
Yes.
have many. So it already shows plural.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's plural. The verb should be plural as well. Ah.
Uh,
So the last question. Their new equipment dash arrived and is being installed.
The new equipment dash dash arrived and is being installed. Their new equipment has arrived. Their new equipment has arrived. Has arrived. The correct answer here is C. Let me go for C. C.
Correct. Equipment, it never takes S. Just
yeah.
like information, accommodation, never add S to it.
Yes.
So you're correct.
So
You're
how
done.
many I got?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is it.
14. I didn't try.
We do. So you have 14, you got 14 out of 21. So we don't say 14 over 21. We say 14 out of 21.
Okay,
So you
14
filled
out of 21.
7. Yes. So that is 67%. So you had 14 right answers, 7 wrong answers.
We skipped 0.
Yes, we didn't do it. We didn't skip any. So it says for nouns ending in S treated as singular, you consistently identified the correct verb from. For subject like news, economics, mathematics, billiards, and headquarters, demonstrating a clear understanding that these nouns, despite ending in S, are singular.
Yes.
For mass nouns that are treated as singular, you showed a strong grasp of mass nouns such as information, luggage, furniture, advice, and equipment, correctly treating them as singular in your sentences. Then agreement with plural form nouns. You correctly handled nouns like scissors and trousers, understanding their inherent plural nature and using appropriate verb agreement when they are the subject or used with phrases like these or pair of. Now, areas that you should focus on. Nouns with identical singular and plural forms. So these are nouns that you can use as both singular and plurals.
Yes.
It says, you found it challenging to identify and ensure correct subject-verb agreement for these nouns. Examples of such nouns: series, species, and deer.
Yeah. Yes.
Furthermore, it says you struggled with collective nouns. While a herd can take a singular verb when acting as a singular unit, police is treated as plural. Pay close attention to whether the collective nouns refer to singular or plural. So let's talk about these two parts. Is there anything you aren't clear about when we talk about collective nouns and also nouns that can act as singular and plural? These are the two areas that you need to master.
Okay. Collective nouns and
nouns with identical singular and plural forms. That is nouns that can act as singular and they can act
plural.
as plural. Yes,
Plural.
like series, species, deer, sheep, etc., fish.
Okay. Yes. Okay, this maybe I will go and learn more about this.
Okay, so what I would do is I would create more quiz around these two areas.
Okay, please.
Nouns with identical singular and plural forms, and then collective nouns. But before then, let's talk briefly about them. Now, nouns that can act as both singular and plural. For example, series. It can be singular, it can be plural. What would help you know if it is acting as singular at that time or plural at that time is the noun around it.
Yes.
For example, I think it was the last question or the second to the last, where we had many species of fish. First, there are 2 pointers in that word. Species can either, species, excuse me, it can be
So,
singular, it can be plural. But then
yes,
the word many already tells you that it is plural.
it's plural, yes, many
Now,
species.
let's assume there is no many there. They just said species of fish. How would you now know if it is singular or plural? The word fish there should guide you.
Yeah.
Fish, in its plural form, it can also be fish if it is just one type of fish.
Mm.
It can be fishes if it is different types of fishes.
Of fish, yes.
So the words, the nouns around such words would guide you to know if it is plural or singular. And that would also guide you to know the kind of verb you should use. If you should use a singular verb or you should use a plural verb.
Yes.
Now, same with collective nouns. Collective nouns are mostly treated as singular. So most times they take singular verb. However,
Okay.
there are some collective nouns that are treated as plural. One of such collective nouns is police. But
Yes.
other collective nouns like audience. Another is team. Team can be treated as both singular and plural. But collective nouns like audience, choir, family, they are always treated as singular.
Yes.
I want to pay attention to these exceptions, those that are always treated as singulars and those that can be treated as plural. So that would also guide you to know the kind of verb to use, whether you should use a singular verb or you should use a plural verb.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to create more quiz around nouns with identical singular and plural verbs, and then collective nouns. So
Okay.
I'll send you the link to access them. You
Okay.
can, at the end of the assessment, you're going to see this feedback. You'd also get to see how many you did well, those that you didn't do well, if you skip any.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have
Wow.
any questions, sir?
For now, I don't have any questions. I'll just
Okay,
go through the lectures and see
that's
if
fine.
anyone I will text you on WhatsApp.
That's fine. I would also send you the replay link and then the quiz link so that when we meet next week, we can go into learning other topics.
Okay.
Yes,
But the
sir.
replay for our last session is not often, it's showing private.
Yes, you were the one who asked me to put it on private. It was on unlisted earlier.
Okay, this video is private. That's what it keeps showing, after a week. I don't know.
Okay, let me see why it's showing that way. Maybe I need to give you access or something. I'll check it and get back to you.
Okay. And the other
Okay.
one is still reading. People are still viewing it, or the first one.
No, I have unlisted it already. I had turned it to private as well. So I do
Oh,
not, people can, even when it's unlisted, people cannot view it. The thing is, it keeps counting even when I go to check. I think
oh,
that's why you keep seeing that count. But I
okay.
can assure you that nobody's accessing it.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, they're all
Understand.
archived. So nobody can access it except someone that has that link.
Okay,
Yes, please.
understand. Thank you so much. I
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate it. Hope
You're
the baby
welcome.
is doing very well.
It is. It's growing well. Thank you very
Okay.
much. He's
Oh,
sleeping at the moment.
all right. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Have a great evening. My regards to your family.
All right. Thank you so much. And you too.
Sir. Yes, I would also resume the daily lessons to the WhatsApp group. Please
Uh,
always remind me in case I flip
okay.
off. It's not something I can give out to the admins. I love to do it myself for
Okay.
accuracy purposes. So should I forget, I always appreciate your reminder.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Have a
Okay.
great,
Just
great.
remind you.
Okay, sir. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.